my name is Petitt, and firstly, I would like to thank you for viewing my first vlog, my first video. I've decided to do this YouTube thing because of the ignorance of humanity, especially when it comes to doomsday prophecies and religion. Just to give you a quick background, I'm born in sunny South Africa, and I've always been intrigued since a very young age with regards to UFOs, aliens, reincarnation, religion, where we're from, what we're doing here, what's our purpose, and even the meaning of life. This journey has taken me on a road to find the truth through logic and facts. And I would like you to come on this journey with me. This channel will be for those that are tired of being a sheep with the blinkers on, that are tired to follow the one that feeds them straight to the slaughterhouse. So if you are ready to remove those blinkers, if you are ready to see the truth and understand it by using your own mind, I'm not going to give you things they do currently on YouTube and showing you the scriptures and the Bibles or this or that. I'll give you the various references and I'll tell you where to go and look. But I would still want you to go and seek the truth yourself. We all have the right to find what we are looking for. We all have the right to seek the truth. So I want you to do this. I want you to go and look for yourself. So when I mention certain things and various books in the Bible, the chapters, verses, or in relation to artifacts found or pyramids or anything like that, I want you to go and look it up. You have all that information at the tip of your fingertips. So I don't think you are an individual that I need to spoon-fed everything. So go and seek the truth if you really are willing to find the truth. My channel will discuss the ignorance of people with their own faith, especially Christianity, as I was raised and spoon-fed this since a very young age. It is then quite understandable that I use this religion as my religion of choice to associate my various findings or research. You know, what I did, well, not anymore, what I used to do in the past is where I would take UFOs and I would take religion, aliens, reincarnation, and I would find the common denominator between them. But as I find the common denominator between, for example, aliens and religion, it would open 1,000 questions between them until I had my epiphany, and now I see the truth, which I will reveal later in one of my episodes. And as I take you on this journey that I want you to go on with. With my introduction video, which is this one, thank you, I would like, it's all doomsday again with regards to this Planet X AKA Nibiru. We all now have seen it all over YouTube, the news, and a lot of Christians are jumping to the fact in the book of Revelations that this is the sixth seal and this is the end of times, and I don't know, but logically thinking and just having some facts, like I said, this is what I do. To understand the book of Revelation, you need to understand the book of Ezekiel, the book of Daniel, and the book of Corinthians. Otherwise, you're not going to understand the book of Revelation. So let's just keep that in mind. And also keep in mind, before it's the end of times or the end of the world, that according to Christian belief and according to the Bible, there are a sequence of events that needs to happen prior to doomsday. All right, prior to Armageddon, prior to the end of times. All right. For example, in Daniel, it mentions the 7-year period of Antichrist. Right? He's broken it down into two: 3.5 years tribulation and 3.5 years the wrath of God. Right? But prior to the 7-year period of Antichrist, it is mentioned that the second coming of Christ will happen. This is in correlation with the rapture. Now, it states in Corinthians 14 that the dead will rise and then the living. So let's understand this for 1 second quickly. So the Bible says, before the 7-year period of Antichrist, and I can go into that as well with regards to 7 years, for example. I mean, it's not 7 years. If you had to take various other scriptures out of the Bible, for example, 2 Peter 3 verse 8, it states, a day for God is like 1,000 years for us. So let's kind of keep that in mind and take then 7 years, 365 days per year, convert that to 365,000 years per one God's year. So we're looking closer to what, 2 million years prior to the end of time, if that's right. And why even mention it? I mean, a lot of Christians, and I like this example because it showed the second coming in a very nice way, using the parable of the Good Samaritan, for example, where the Good Samaritan is on his donkey. We can take that as Jesus, the wounded person, which is you and I, on the ground. Jesus comes, he picks us up, he takes us to the inn, which is the church. He pays the church or the innkeeper 2 silver coins, and he tells him he'll be back. Now, if you go to two silver coins in that period of time, was 1 silver coin was 1 day's wage. So 2 silver coin, 2 days. So if you go now back to 2 Peter 3 verse 8, it's 2,000 years. Yes, and then Christ will come. And hence, so many Jehovah's and so many other religions has based that on the second coming, and have proclaimed that many years in the past even, that this is the year of Jesus comes. This is the year of Jesus comes. But it's not happening because, like I said, there's this sequence of events that needs to take place prior to the end of times. Now let's go again to the rapture needs to take place before the 7-year period of Antichrist. Then only after the 7-year period of Antichrist, Armageddon, after Armageddon, which is also associated to judgment, after Armageddon, 1,000 years peace. Right. So it's not going to happen, people. Planet X or Nibiru, as you all have now seen recently, is not going to be the end of planet Earth. All right. But the difference why I'm actually intrigued by this compared to all other doomsday prophecies and people shouting, it's the end of the world, it's the end of the world. No. The difference with this is we have something tangible here, folks. We have something really moving towards us. And this could have and will and might have an impact on Earth. I mean, if you just keep in mind, for example, they say our oceans, low tide and high tide, is determined by the gravitational pull of the moon. Now we're talking about this dwarf planet with 3 celestial bodies following it. I mean, these bodies aren't following it out of free will, people. Hello? That must be some big-ass gravitational pull right there. So if that's going to pass us, and I'm quite sure its gravitational pull is going to have a severe effect on our planet. I'm not telling you that, go and dig a hole and go and hide. I can't tell you that. We don't know until it's past us the effects it's going to have on us. I mean, we are seeing various signs. I mean, there is an increase in earthquakes. There is more storms and severe storms about. So I believe it is already having an impact on our climate. I believe that it's been having an impact on our climate since it started entering our universe. So what now? All right, so what I'm saying is, I'm saying this. It's not the end of the time, but don't disregard Planet Nibiru's effect on our planet. It could have severe climate change. It could move the polar shifts, as they suggest on various YouTube videos that I've seen and on various other articles I've read. And if that is the case, just be prepared or keep in mind that this might happen. So don't be ignorant in the fact of believing it is the end of times, and also don't be ignorant in the fact of believing nothing will ever happen to you, because it might just happen and you are in the wrong place at the wrong time when it does. So make sure you are in the right place, which is probably higher ground than that of coastal areas, and at least that's what I would do. And thank goodness I live in Gauteng, South Africa, so I think I'm a bit higher than sea level, hopefully, and this might be a good standing point to see how things play off. But to those that are close to the coast, just keep in mind, or just keep an eye out for telltale signs when it comes to the oceans and things like that, and make up your own mind when it's time to move to higher ground and when it's not. And like I said in the beginning, it's not necessarily going to do anything major, but it also might have a severe effect on our planet. So just be prepared for that. But people, I'm going to state this again, and I will state it over and over. This is not the end of the world. This is not the end of times. Humanity will survive this, and humanity will continue. Now, thank you for watching my video, my first vlog. I really appreciate it. Quite sure we kind of connected it, and hopefully you understand. By all means, subscribe to my channel. If you got any questions, put them down. I'll include them in my next video. I think on my next video, I just want to clarify how ignorant humanity is when it comes to faith or religion. Make no mistake, I'm not saying that religion is a bad thing. I'm not saying to disregard your faith. I'm not saying to disregard your religion. I actually believe that any religion or faith that holds good values and good morals is something you need to hold on to, all right? Hence the fact I'm an omniist. I believe there is truth within all religions, right? But I'm going to be taking, for example, and I'm sorry to say, but it's going to be a Christian Bible. And I'm going to be pointing out certain things that are questionable, and why I'm saying not to be ignorant. And the fact is that you are just given and you just accept. Although there's a lot of truth in the Bible, there's a lot out of the Bible. And I'll show you that on my next video. So thank you for watching, and thank you for joining me on this journey as I take you along for the ride.